Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Naruto Shippuden, episode 135. What happened last time?
Last time, some fights are getting started. Toby is smacking people with sticks, which is both hilarious and terrifying at the same time. Sasuke is going by himself to see Itachi, and Suigetsu and Kisame are having a fight. So,
Gonna see what happens this episode. Hope you guys like and subscribe if you like Naruto Shippuden. Check out Patreon, support the official release. Let's go. Naruto Shippuden, episode 135.
My foolish little brother.
They reanimated this again.
This is the third time that they've reanimated, or the second time?
I think it looks really good this time. They really updated it.
Every target. Such a big fat liar.
Imagine if all of Naruto was a genjutsu, and it was literally just Itachi was still just like in the room with kid Sasuke.
Having just killed their parents. Oh my god.
Or he didn't even kill his parents. The whole thing was a prank, and he's like, "Oh, that." And then
That would have been
like,
funny your entire life.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That would be even worse. That would be so bad. You get the effect of doing everything like that, but you never had to do it.
Itachi, have you made up your mind yet? If you haven't, then we will be forced to take action instead.
No, please, wait. I need more time.
It will be too late once the players start to make their move.
I realize that. I shall settle this with my own hands.
What? Do you know what day tomorrow is? I don't really think you understand your position.
I'm setting out on a mission tomorrow.
What are you talking about?
I can't tell you that. The mission is covert.
You also serve as the Uchiha clan's pipeline to the village nerve center. You know that, don't you?
Yes.
Well, make sure you don't forget it. You will be at that meeting tomorrow.
Mother only cares about you, Itachi.
You probably hate me, huh? It's all right. People often think ill of shinobi. It's only logical.
That's not how I feel.
Being the best isn't all it's cracked up to be. When you have power, you become arrogant and isolated from the world, no matter how coveted and sought after you are in the beginning. But with us, it's different, because you and I are flesh and blood. I'm always going to be there for you, even if it's only as an obstacle for you to overcome. Even if you do hate me. That's what big brothers are for.
Is Itachi in there? Come here. We need to talk.
Know anything about Shisui Uchiha? He killed himself in Nakano River.
It's funny, if I remember correctly, you kind of looked up to him like an older brother, didn't you?
How terrible. Forgive me, I haven't seen him at all recently. What a tragedy.
Sounds like you. What a tragedy.
The police force sees no other choice but to launch an all-out investigation.
This is a note Shisui left behind. We've already had it fully analyzed. No question this is his handwriting.
But if it wasn't homicide...
It would be no great feat for someone who possesses Sharingan to copy his handwriting.
The most talented of all our clan. Feared as Shisui the Teleporter. He was a man who would do anything, take any mission, if it was for the good of the clan.
Hard to imagine a man like that throwing everything away, don't you think?
You shouldn't judge by appearances, or by your own preconceptions either.
Let's just hope we get a lead on this soon.
Why don't you just come out and say it? You believe I had a hand in this, don't you?
Yeah, that's right, punk.
Appearances and preconceptions aren't going to tell you anything. For instance, you've made the mistake of assuming I'm a patient man. The clan. You overestimate your own abilities, with no idea of the depth of my own. And look at you now, groveling in the dirt. Obsessed with the organization, obsessed with the clan. Obsessed with our lineage, a worthless compulsion that enslaves us. All it does is limit our capabilities. And that in turn leads us to fear what you don't understand.
Stop it, Itachi! That is enough! What on earth is the matter with you? You've been strange lately.
Nothing strange about me. I have my own duties to fulfill.
He said with a murderous tone to his voice.
To reach the next level.
What are you talking
To
about?
test the limits.
I have had enough of this. There's no hope left for this pathetic clan. You focus on the trivial and lose sight of what's most important. Change is impossible in this fog of ignorance. How can we evolve when regulation is the only thing we've ever known?
Such arrogance! I hear one more word of this nonsense, I'll have you thrown behind bars! I can't take this anymore. Please, sir, just give me the order.
Big brother! You have to stop!
I'm not the one who killed Shisui, but I apologize for the words I have spoken. I'm truly sorry.
Well, I guess he has been pretty tired lately. Up to his ears in missions from the Anbu Black Ops. But Captain, Anbu are under the direct control of the Hokage. I take full responsibility for him.
And full responsibility he took.
Very well, sir. Inside, Itachi.
He just flashed him that where no one else could see it.
Mm-hmm. And he would have no idea what it was.
Yeah.
Mother.
We never saw this. This is new.
Mm-hmm.
They're really accentuating the Sharingan in this episode. Oh my fucking god, we never saw this. Oh. Holy fuck, dude.
Big brother! Father and mother are both... Just who could do something like this?
My foolish little brother. Mangekyo Sharingan.
He's a worthy son.
All your father ever talks about is you.
Stop it! Itachi! Why are you showing me all this? Why did you do this? Itachi, why?
To test the limits of my ability.
To test your ability? That's why you did this? Telling me that that was the reason? That you butchered every single member of our clan?
It is of great importance. Underneath the 7th tatami mat from the far right is the clan's secret gathering place. There you will find a secret document, an explanation of the Uchiha clan's jutsu. It tells of the visual jutsu's true purpose. If you discover how to activate it, you will be the 3rd person to obtain the Mangekyo Sharingan, including myself. To ensure that happens, that's enough reason to let you live. Oh, don't worry, Sasuke. You're not worth killing. If you wish to kill me one day, in hate and revenge, surviving in such an unsightly manner as this, by all means, flee. Cling to your wretched life. And then, one day, when you possess the same eyes, come back and face me. much can you see with those Sharingan of yours?
How much can I see with these? What I'm seeing right now, Itachi, is you dead at my feet.
You see me dead, do you? Well then. Go on, make it happen.
Oh my god, that's so
Those are
cool. What the fuck? Oh, it's so epic. Oh my god.
You have gotten strong.
Listen close, Itachi. I have one final thing to ask of you.
Goes up to do the forehead thing, just as a fuck you and points. Ugh. Jesus, Kishimoto. Stop making shit come out of people's mouths.
Oh, Sasuke. Just falling for your brother's signature move that you already know he does every time.
Ninja art, become crows.
Starting with your favorite genjutsu farce, huh?
So what do you want to know? It won't be the last thing, but I'll hear what you have to say.
Let me try this again.
Ugh.
Jutsu.
I have one last thing to ask. You hear me, you bastard? Answer my question. The pain in your chest won't stop until you do.
You deliberately avoided a vital spot.
Remember what you said?
If you discover how to activate it, you will be the third person to obtain the Mangekyo Sharingan, including myself. To ensure that happens. That's enough reason to let you live.
Third.
The third, the other one with that Sharingan. Who in the Uchiha clan obtained it?
Madara, probably.
But why? Why do you even concern yourself with such a thing?
I'm going to go kill him after you. That is why.
Kill him?
Back when you slaughtered our entire clan, you mentioned the existence of another. The other Uchiha that you didn't kill. He must have been a co-conspirator. Because even you couldn't have taken down the Leaf Police Force alone.
So you figured it out.
Who is it?
Madara Uchiha.
It's all coming together. You literally, you speculated that Itachi might know about Madara.
Never heard of it. Am I supposed to care? Madara Uchiha.
One of the founders of the Hidden Leaf Village. The man who first awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan.
That's fucking it? What? What'd you think of that episode?
Yeah, what the first guy to do that, what a great guy. He's awesome. Just like the first guy to figure out that you should kill your best friend and you'll unlock better powers.
So it was mostly a flashback.
Yeah.
Kind of unfortunate, but it was like
They did put a couple new
setup,
things
good
in
build
there.
up. Yeah, they did. And they reanimated it at least and
Yeah.
made it look way shinier and nice, so that was good. But it was just the same, mostly the same shit we'd seen.
Yeah, I'd been thinking earlier, I didn't know whether Itachi would have known about Madara's existence or not, because either he would have had to, like, be fully in on it, or he would try and kill him. Like those would be the two options. And
depending on who Madara, like what he thought. Or,
what he wanted.
Yeah.
It would have either been the ultimate rival or someone who is influencing him. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and by that thing about you would be the third person, that was even said like in part 1. That wasn't added. So like they had seeded that fucking in part 1
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Little do they know that third person was actually Kakashi, who's not even in their literally not even in their clan. Literally a random guy with like a stolen eye.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, it's fucking crazy.
That's kind of funny. I wonder if they know. But like,
well, Itachi never saw Kakashi
but
use
Datara
it. That's
could have
true.
described it.
But he didn't see it. He just saw like I don't think Datara actually saw it. And to be fair, this conversation did take place before Kakashi would have gotten
No, I
it,
know.
so.
I'm just wondering if Itachi knows about Kakashi because that would be like an interesting thing to know, you know?
Yeah, because the last time they saw each other was when they were going to the Sand Village. Or when they were when they were going after Gaara.
But at the same time, he does... Okay, never mind. I just remembered he would know, or he suspects at least, that Kakashi has it because of that time.
In that fight, he was just like, Kakashi, have you? And then, yeah, that was it, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, the fucking Genjutsu just over and over and over again.
Yeah, I'd always...
Sasuke gets put under a couple Genjutsu, he puts Itachi under one. And...
Yeah. I've been wondering for a while, like, it seemed like there was, like, one more piece to the puzzle of, like, Itachi just waking up one day and murdering everyone. Because, like, I was like, I can believe that he did it, but I feel like there was something... he needed some kind of information to be able to, like, make that a wise decision for him, because killing every member of his clan while they're sleeping and unprepared is not a good way to test your skills.
Exactly.
If that's what you actually wanted to test your skills, you would fight them all in broad daylight and have, like, a 100v1 battle if you were that confident in testing your skills.
And it's like everyone was... Like, most of the Uchiha were... as powerful or more powerful, like, or the fighting ones, because there were like just shop owners and shit like that, people who were just of the bloodline. But like Sasuke said, it's like even you would have trouble killing all of the Uchiha, especially the police force, on your own. Yeah. So like, because like if you think about how fucking how strong Sasuke was during the Chunin exams, they were adults. They were probably stronger than him then, possibly. Although Sasuke was really advanced, so it's hard to say. But, like, regardless, they weren't slouches. They weren't just a bunch of civilians.
And there was, like, a million of them at once. Like, each household would have, like, one or two people who could fight. Like,
It was damn... There were so many. There was, like... They had a whole section of the city devoted to them.
And they apparently have this crazy, like, castle place in the middle of nowhere as well. Yeah. So... Yeah, that makes sense. I had been waiting for a long time, and I think I even said, like, back, like, when we first were getting the flashbacks, like, I feel like there's something more to this. Like, one more thing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, there's that. Oh, also, Itachi said that Madara was one of the founders of the Hidden Leaf Village.
Which is interesting, but also makes a lot of sense as to why there's so many Uchihas in the village. Because there was probably like 1 million of them, and then he was like the most powerful one, and then he like team up to make the village. But that's interesting that they don't talk about him. Mm-hmm. Like no one talks about him ever. So that could be because he like kind of turned evil, and then they were like, you know, this guy did create our village with us, but we don't want people to look up to him, so we'll just not go there. Interesting.
A lot of interesting stuff there, and it's only going to get way more interesting, because even just they reanimate, like, most of this was flashback. They reanimated it, and they actually made it look really good.
They did.
And like you could see, did you notice Itachi's fucking eyes?
Yeah.
Fucking where I'm trying to get a good shot of it.
It looks so much better. Like, it does look significantly better than any other time we've seen this flashback.
It looks way better. They really
and
did.
We've seen, like, that flashback like a bunch of times, that specific one.
And
outside.
they condensed it. But what I liked is that the vocal, at least in the dub, the vocal performances were so good in the original time, because like there wasn't much going on. So I feel like they, in order to really sell it, the actors really pulled it off, especially Itachi's voice actor. But they clearly kept the same files, like the same lines. They didn't re-record the lines for most
It's
of the
really
shit.
interesting. It's just so interesting to think that there used to be so many Uchihas. Like there was just so many.
Yeah, right? Like 3 guys show up and they all have a Sharingan.
I'd seen that before, but I saw that and I was kind of like, what the fuck? Like,
Isn't it crazy when
like-
you really think about it, though?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
How there's just like so many of them. There was just so many. Like it wasn't even like, it was probably still a terrifying thing if 3 guys with Sharingan came at you, but it wasn't like, oh, that's Kakashi.
The legendary
he has one
only
of them.
guy with the
Or
Sharingan.
Sasuke, the one child
Yeah.
that survived, that has, like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Like, just imagine what, like, like, imagine a clan of people with the fucking Sharingan. Like,
Well, it's, like, interesting, because, like, the Byakugan as well, like, they have a whole clan, but it seems like there was way more Uchihas than there was,
yeah.
them, at least. At least that's, like, the impression that I've gotten.
They don't spend as much time on the Byakugan, obviously, since, like,
But
fucking-
they like talking about, like, oh, there's, like, the main family and then, like, the branch families, not our entire extended family tree.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure it, like, does go, but it doesn't seem to be like they have an entire town.
In the flashback showing, like, Neji's dad's backstory and all that stuff, there were, like, multiple elders and,
Yeah.
like...
There's, like, a bunch of them, but
there's probably a whole neighborhood, but in, like, the Uchiha part, it was, like, a full-on ghetto, like, a full city block full of fucking Uchiha people, possibly more. Like, it was huge, and, like, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like there were more Uchiha, which is crazy, because they're, like...
Well, also, they were, like, the entire police force.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
Which, when you think about it, like, you need, like, and that's not all. They were, like, it was not like every member of the Uchiha was also a member of the police force. It was like, yeah.
They're also going
some
on
of them
missions
were
and
Some of
fucking-
them were in the police force, and some of them were doing this, and some of them were doing that. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah. Yeah, when you, like, having spent more time in the world, and now that it's, like, way more engaging than, like, when we first saw the flashbacks, it's like we had, like, dragged our, when we first saw those flashbacks, we just got off of, like, 4 months of dragging our feet, because, like, Naruto was fun watching, but we didn't have this hunger to, like, get to the next thing, but now we kind of do. And, like, when we got to those flashbacks the first time, we were just kind of like, okay, oh, now some cool stuff's happening, okay. But we weren't, like, moment after moment thinking about things a lot and, like, you know...
And we didn't have the amount
deep
of
diving.
information.
Yeah, and, like...
as well.
I don't know. It's just... I'm glad that you appreciate that part of it, because that was a big thing for me when I first watched it. I was just like, God, could you imagine an entire clan of these fucking people with these eyes and, like, this... They're, like, so badass. It's cool as shit. And now we're gonna see the fight. It's happening. And the Leaf Village is still being stalled by Toby, and we're gonna see what happens. Hope you guys enjoyed. Unless there's anything more you want to say.
And that's it.
See you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.